Hi everyone. So I wanted to just do our energy check up for the weekend ahead. Generally, as a collective, we tend to look forward to the weekends, and this one in particular feels really good to me because I'm getting this energy of just like almost like a watery kind of energy where you're just receiving. It feels like it's very generous. I'm feeling the loyalty of the people around you, friends, family, just like a generosity of spirit that's around the energy that I'm sitting in right now. So, because I'm feeling all of that, I want to roll a planetary dice just to see what planet may be most affecting us this weekend and to see if I'm picking up on the vibes from that or particular planet that's directing us to have this generous spirit over the weekend. So I rolled Saturn, and that's interesting because Saturn is generally not the most generous. In fact, Saturn can be the most restrictive of the planets. Um, Usually with Saturn, there are limits that are imposed on you. And as we speak, Saturn is in Pisces. And when Saturn goes into Pisces, this could be about things that we have lost or revisiting things from the past, lessons that we have not learned, perhaps. Um, so this again, this is about limits, and Pisces can be a very indecisive type of energy too. So this is interesting. This may be why I was feeling that very watery energy because Saturn is in a water sign right now. So, but I do get the feeling that this has to do with friends or very loyal people in your life and perhaps the generosity of them if you are experiencing a loss. Maybe there's just a generosity of emotions right now from your loyal group of people. But let's see what comes out because I am definitely experiencing a very watery energy. So as you enter the weekend, you are in chariot mode. You are certainly feeling like you want to take action. You're feeling very balanced and very strong and enthusiastic about something. I am just getting a message though too about needing better boundaries. So if you are moving something forward, if you are working on something, if you are taking action towards something that requires your attention, that requires your discipline, then there may be a need to put boundaries around yourself. Maybe when it comes to a friend group or something, because I am picking up friends, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself until the cards come out. The Chariot is also represented by the sign Cancer, which is also a very watery sign. So again, this theme of water seems to keep popping up around me right now. But let's keep going. The Death card popped out, and as you know, I don't take jumpers or flyers or flippers, but I do take note of them. So this could be a very transformative thing that you are going through. It could be that you're learning to transform boundaries or put an end to certain relationships, but I'm putting it back because I like to see if those come back out. So we have the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Swords, Temperance, and underneath we have the Page of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Hermit, the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. And then underneath everything we have the Four of Pentacles. So let's see what is going on here. So yes, it does look like you are very much starting out this weekend with very watery energy. More confirming of that, what I'm feeling, because this is represented by the sign of Cancer, and this is the Page of Cups. And the cups, of course, are the represent the element of water. So I'm getting all this water energy. You are coming in with something very much on your mind, something that you're very focused on. The Chariot is a card of focus and discipline and moving towards our goals in a very purposeful way. There is a person showing up here in your energy who could be a child because it's the Page of Cups. And I tend to, with the Page of Cups, that tends to be my child card. Although this, of course, could be your inner child, which I often will attribute it to that too. So there could be something that you are doing purposefully for a child in your life. But it could be that you're just moving towards the energy of your inner child, that you may be following a path that you once were passionate about, or revisiting something that when you were a child. This is giving a feeling of you going on an adventure. It's picturing like a little kid on a bike headed towards an adventure. If you've seen the movie The Goonies, then you'll know what I mean by that, because I'm also seeing the Page of Wands, which is a total adventure card. So I'm seeing almost like a childlike spirit jumping on a bike and going on an adventure. And by the way, if you've never seen The Goonies, I recommend it, but you don't have to have seen it to know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about a carefree spirit following an adventure because you have a purpose. So that's really coming through. This is a fun message so far, but that's really what's coming through so far, is that there's this feeling of you going on an adventure, that today is the day, or this is the weekend, to try something daring, something that you maybe always wanted to do as a child. That if you were a child and you had a magic wand, what would you make appear in front of you? And to think about that kind of energy, like what did you expect when you were a child? What did you hope for? What did you pray for? What did you have your most faith in? What did you try to manifest? What did you manifest as a child? Those are the things that you're really being asked to focus on this weekend, because then we have the Six of Wands, which is all about getting those manifestations and getting those expectations and having your hope fulfilled. It's getting that victory of everything that you put your mind and effort and discipline into. Now it's paying off with rewards. You're seeing your manifestations. You're seeing the fruits of your labors pay off in the Six of Wands. So you really are being asked to focus on that this weekend, whatever that is for you. It looks like this is going to be a bit challenging for you this weekend though, in your pursuit, because it looks like the wheel is starting to turn, and the wheel is this wheel of destiny and a wheel of karma. And it looks as though it's kind of sending you into a hermit mode. So I think what's happening is you might want to be out on the bike, doing all the things, pursuing your treasure hunt and following the map. But the universe is saying, but not so fast, because the wheel looks like it's about to slow you down and put you into hermit mode. The hermit mode is a very important mode to be in, especially if you're about to set off on some kind of a spiritual adventure, because the hermit is when the inner work starts to get done. This is when you start to crack open and you realize that everything around you is happening to you, that the universe is very much in control with these two major arcana that are falling in your challenge position. So you're going to want to come into this weekend full steam ahead, but the universe is very much slowing you down. So it'll be challenging for you to slow down, but it's important for you to slow down, is what the universe is saying. And that in time, everything is going to come. You'll be able to set off on that adventure. But right now you have to really understand from the inside why you're even going on that adventure in the first place. And that putting the adventure first before the inner work is counterproductive. So that's very clear coming through. Because then there's another message coming through here too, with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords is always about some kind of fear that you own, some kind of fear that is just inside of you that is preventing you from doing something. So I think that's why the Hermit is here, because your inner wisdom of your Hermit has to break through these chains of fear that are holding you back from really going on the adventure that is meant just for you. So in other words, you may think you know what your adventure is, but the universe is saying, no, you don't know. So I have to slow you down so you can do some more thinking. And then let that inner wisdom inside of you tell you what those fears are that are still holding you back from pursuing the exact adventure that is meant for you. But I can tell here, because this fear is keeping you in this Five of Pentacles mode, which is this mode of lack or victim mentality or feeling like nothing's ever fair for you. But here's the thing, with the Eight of Swords, it tells me that you are fully in control of this. So this is a time of good fortune. It is a time of abundance, but you have to use your inner wisdom and slow down and cut through these fears and insecurities that are preventing you from going on the adventure that the universe has meant for you. And then that will help you to break out of this Five of Pentacles energy. And then the ideas will start to flow in a more lucrative way. You'll have new inspirations. You'll have creative work pouring through you. There could be job opportunities involved in this. But it's really a matter of you slowing down this weekend, even though I can tell you don't want to, because ultimately that's what you need to break through these fears and to break through perhaps a lack mentality. So what's good here is that you're going to leave the weekend with this energy of temperance. And there's a person here in the energy too who is showing up as the Knight of Pentacles. So first, let's talk about this temperance card, because you're going to leave the weekend feeling very balanced. And so I think there is a very strong message here that you are going to tap into something with your Hermit, because this is the balance between these two energies. This is the balance of wanting to pursue something at top speed, but having to slow yourself down in order to then get back on the bike and pursue it at top speed. So it's like switching the order of how you do these things is what's coming through. And so the temperance is really helping you to do that. And so since you're leaving the week with the energy of the temperance card, it makes me know that you are going to spend the weekend kind of in this hermit mode where you're really tapping into your inner wisdom and your awakenings. And I think that this temperance card is a very clear sign that you are awakening this weekend, and you can feel that there's a new way of doing it. And whatever you thought you were going to jump on the bike and head towards on Friday, let's say, is very different than the direction you're going to take the bike on Sunday, because you've gone inside and you've done the inner work and you've gotten those spiritual upgrades and those spiritual inspirations that are saying, well, that's a good idea, but isn't this one a little bit better? And so that's kind of the point of this whole spread. There is a person in your energy who's showing up as the Knight of Pentacles. So for me, the Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo, and the Hermit is also represented by the zodiac sign Virgo. This does not under any circumstances mean that you are dealing with a Virgo. It has nothing to do with that. This has to do with the energy of the zodiac sign Virgo, which everyone has somewhere in their chart, somewhere in their aspects. Everyone has this Knight of Pentacles in them. That's a separate topic and a separate lesson. Just take my word for that. But there's a person showing up here who I think is also in a very hermit mode, someone who may be able to support you in grounding yourself and understanding the attention to detail that you're going to need. So someone who's going to be very supportive for you. And that is what I was feeling when I first sat down, that there's a friend somewhere around you who is very loyal, who wants to support you. And I'm seeing them right now showing up as this Knight of Pentacles in your energy, who's going to really support you and help you to get this very balanced state that comes from the Temperance card. So it may be that there is a person in your energy who has a very generous spirit and who wants to support you and your endeavors. And if you decide to steer the bike in a different direction, they're not going to judge you for that. They're going to support you and help to put the wind in your back. So you have all of that going for you this weekend. So I feel like this is a great time for you to go inward and to really try to understand if you're steering the bike in the right direction. And if not, then figuring out what direction will be better suited for you or what the universe intended for you. Wow, I love that. So let's get some big picture oracle cards to see if we can get a little bit more from these. So we have the clouds, the fish. This is that generous spirit I was picking up on. The safe and the man. Wow, I love cards. Let me explain to you why. So the clouds are showing up first, and it's showing up with the chariot of you getting on that bike. But the clouds are telling me that you are not going in the right direction. You're not seeing clearly the path before you, which is exactly why the universe is leading you into this hermit mode, so that you can see more clearly from your inner wisdom, that your inner wisdom is going to give you the guidance, because right now you're not going the right direction, which is what we've been saying. The fish, of course, here is coming in, I think, because of that watery energy I've been picking up on this entire time, but also this generous spirit that I was picking up on. The fish is always an abundance of something. And I think that this abundance is going to be not only the support you're getting from this friend, but also the abundance of inner wisdom that is about to come your way, because it came in with the Wheel of Fortune. And when the Wheel of Fortune and the fish come in together, those just confirm each other. The Wheel of Fortune is bringing things to you, bringing an abundance of things to you. That's why it's called fortune. And the fish are an abundance of something too. So this is just confirming that there is inner wisdom that is going to be coming to you in a big way. Then we have the safe. And the safe is a card about spiritual protection. And that's coming in here with this 8 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, which is saying if you face your fears, whatever is holding you back from going in the direction that you're really being called to and not the direction that you just want to go in, that you are going to be spiritually protected. I say this all the time. If you are on your spiritual path, you will always, always, always be protected. You will never have anything but blessings come to you if you are on your spiritual path. Now, that's not to say there won't be challenges, because the spiritual path is full of challenges. That's the point. That's how we level up. But you're going to be protected is different. And you'll have blessings. You'll have rewards coming to you for facing those challenges, for facing those the new challenges in each level that you level up. So this is saying face your fears, break out of these chains, and you will be protected as you do so. And then finally we have the man coming in, and I said this Knight of Pentacles is about another person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man, although I think for the majority of you it's going to be a man. This is a friend. This is a platonic situation. This is not a lover that I am picking up in any way. It feels like it's a man friend who is going to be very supportive of you in your environment. It could be a relative. For a very few of you, it could be someone, a love interest, but this I'm picking up. I've been picking up this energy of a friend since I sat down too. But again, make it make sense for you that there is a very supportive person right in your energy who wants to help steer the ship in the right direction, because they get it. They are this Virgo energy, and you're being asked to move into a Virgo energy. So it feels like someone who's going to actually be able to give you some advice and assist you in getting that inner knowledge. So let's do some tea leaves. This is such a beautiful reading. I love all the water energy that I can just feel flowing around me. It just feels good. So we have crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So I am not picking up whatsoever that there is a birth in this situation, although I was picking up from the beginning there was a child in your energy that this could have to do with, but I am getting much more that this is the birth or conception of something new, some kind of, perhaps it's an enterprise for some of you, but this is you getting that inner knowledge to steer the bike in a different direction, in a brand new direction. So that's why I believe we're getting the crib there. Then we have eagle with triumph over troubles and obstacles. So again, this feeling of you breaking free of whatever this fear is that is keeping you from pursuing what you know is your real spiritual path, or at least that you will know by the end of the weekend after you go in and seek this inner wisdom, that you'll be able to you'll be better equipped to handle those fears that are holding you back and keeping you in this lack mentality. And then we have wishbone. A wish is granted. So again, this is just telling me that if you follow the spiritual path, not the one that you feel that you want to coming in the weekend hot, but the one that you feel you're going on after you tap into your inner hermit, that is when you will start to see all of your blessings come in. So that's amazing. And then let's pull 2 chakra cards, because you know me, I love to look at the energy of your energy field, your auric field around your body, just so that we can see what kind of work, blockages, that kind of thing. So you have the crown chakra with dignified. This is perfect and also not surprising, because in order to receive your inner wisdom, you have to have a flowing crown. Your crown chakra has to be open to the information. And because I see you leaving the weekend in this temperance energy, this is how I know you're going to be receiving the information that you are looking for this weekend, because your crown is open to receiving that information. And again, this watery feeling of receiving, because the cups and the water and the element of water are very much about receiving. And this is about you receiving information from the universe through your crown chakra and getting the information you need in order to face your fears and have your wishes come true. And then we have solar with broad-minded. And this is also not surprising. I love this, because this is really telling me that your solar plexus is open. This is where you this is your seat of confidence and creativity and just your self-worth and your self-value. And you're coming into this weekend with this idea that you can do something. So it takes a very self-confident person to get on this bike, to get on this chariot and drive forward towards a goal. So you already have that going for you. You already have the confidence that you need. The thing that you don't yet have, but you will, I believe, by the end of the weekend, because you're going to be receiving information through your crown, is to stay open-minded, because the idea that you think you have on Friday is going to be a very different idea that you have on Sunday. So if you stay open-minded to the information that's going to come to you and then change the direction of where you're headed with your goals, then that is exactly when your wishes and blessings are going to come in. This couldn't be more clear. So this is a fantastic reading. It looks like your chakras are in good shape for the weekend, so I don't think you even really need a healing from me. So please just let me know if this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.